What's up, and welcome back to another episode of the Black Shirt Bourbon Society. We're going back to Frederick, Maryland, to Dragon Distillery, which is kind of a Ren Fair throwback, incredible place. But let's get drinking. So Dragon Distillery is like stepping foot into a Ren Fair. It is medieval themed. There are castle paintings. There are banners from Game of Thrones. There is a knight in shining armor. There are axes on the walls.
You can even do axe throwing.
You could actually do axe throwing, which would be awesome. And we're going to have to go back and do that on a day we have a little bit more time and a little less bourbon. Maybe more bourbon. I'm not sure what that is. They also have a restaurant inside, Old Line Tailgating Company, which we didn't get to try, but I hear they have smoked turkey legs just like the Ren Fair, and I kind of want to go back just for the turkey leg.
Okay.
So that goes into our question. What distillery with a restaurant is your favorite to go to? Let us know in the comments below. So before we get into this, we have to talk about the cocktail.
Is it really a cocktail?
I don't know what to call it. It was something. So they have a really cool concept. They have 10 cocktails on their menu that you can order whichever one you want, or you can roll a die, and basically it's whatever the die says is what you get.
Yes.
All the cocktails really sounded great, except for one.
Yeah.
And of course, what did I roll? That one. So it's based off of a 1970s cocktail called the Hot Shot. It was beef broth, Worcestershire, vodka, and hot sauce. Yeah. That combo right there just, no.
So I will say, though, that if it had been warmed,
Oh, yeah.
I think it would have been much better.
Oh, yeah, it'd been like eating soup, but it was kind of room temperature, so it wasn't cold or hot. So it was just an odd combination of flavors.
Yes.
But I didn't get sick, which I'm going to call that a win.
Yeah.
So, of course, I get a 2, which is beef broth and Worcestershire. Here we go. Actually, it's not that bad. I think it'd be better warm. Not bad.
But it also played into their theme.
Yo, yeah.
It was Dungeons and Dragons with the die.
Yeah. Oh no, it was a super cool place. They had a counter full of board games that you could play. I mean, really neat atmosphere. The owners were super cool. We did a tasting there, and we got some really good stuff. And then as we're talking to the owners on our way out, she pulled out Figzilla, which was Madagascar vanilla and figs in their bourbon, and it was out of this world. And I wish we would have picked up a bottle.
Yeah.
But we can only buy so much at so many places, and we just have to go next time.
And there was a specific reason, specifically our first one, as to why we went with that one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So let's talk about the rye.
Yes, so this is their Dragon Dog Rye. It's going to be 96 proof. So it's a joint collaboration with Flying Dog. And the reason we picked it up, not only because it was good, but it's also very limited availability. With Flying Dog being sold off, they have a very limited availability of this rye left. So we wanted to grab a bottle before it was gone. Specifically, with our rye guy over here, we wanted to make sure we had been able to have a bottle of that. So as we look at this Dragon Dog Rye, a little bit lighter, maybe on that amber to maybe golden straw.
Yeah, I would say golden straw.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You get all of that rye with a little bit of sweetness.
A little bit of sweetness, yeah.
That rye is so forward, and it is so delicious.
Yeah, but I also get some fruit.
Yeah, there is a sweetness to
There's
it.
a sweetness. But you almost, on the finish, you almost get that hoppy beer taste, which, to be honest, I don't remember when we did the tasting.
No, I don't remember that as well.
But it's there.
It
It's
is.
there.
I'm really glad we picked up this.
Me too. Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, and the owners were fantastic to talk to.
Yeah, great experience. We'll definitely be back to throw axes and maybe get a bottle of Figzilla, and who knows what else they'll have in the future.
So maybe off to bottle number 2.
Yeah, for sure. We'll be right back. So, bottle number 2 was a maple whiskey. And it's great. I mean, it's got a good sweetness to it. Sometimes I'm not a fan of the flavor to the finished products because it's not as pure as what we like.
Yeah.
But this surprised me, and I was intrigued.
Yeah, and we did at least I think we did 8 tastings.
I think we did too. Yeah, we each did 4.
And as we walked away, these were definitely the 2 favorites, and this maple whiskey just did not disappoint at all.
No. So how we normally do our tastings when we're out. So we'll give you a kind of a rundown of how things work with us. Is depending on where we are, if we have to purchase a tasting, we will try to get as many products as possible, and then we'll share them.
Yep.
Or we sit down and we'll do all the tastings together, whatever. But like you said, we kind of judge each product by itself and then compare. In my head, I keep a running list of what's my favorite. Probably you do the same, and then we kind of go back and forth and we figure out what bottle or 2 or sometimes 3 that we get to bring home and talk to you guys. And you might look at some of our reviews and say, hey, we're only doing positive reviews.
Yeah.
And I know that that's been a comment from someone in the past. But what we're doing is we're going ahead and trying the products. There are things that we've tasted that aren't good. And we just don't purchase those. Yeah. And at this point in the YouTube and in our career, we'll say, where we are footing the bill, I'm not going to buy something that we don't like. We're not putting it on the wall. We're not putting it in the cabinet just to say, oh my God, this is gross. This is a terrible product. I would never buy this again.
Now, with the exception of probably a product we'll talk about in the future, and that's Malort.
Yeah. I mean, but I'll say as a collector, you have to have Jepson Malort. If you have someone who's from Chicago, going to Chicago, visit Chicago, and you don't come home with a bottle of Jepson Malort, you are missing out on probably the worst tasting, greatest experience of your life. But we'll save that for another episode.
We definitely need to do that.
That's a whole episode by itself. But just kind of give you guys a little insight on how we are doing things at the moment. But enough about that. Let's try some Manticore.
Yes, so we have the Manticore maple whiskey. It has the pure maple syrup added to the whiskey. It's on the lower end, so 80 proof. Very short legs on it.
Oh yeah. Oh, that maple's there.
Its maple is so forward on the nose. Mm-hmm. It is such a sweet but very good maple whiskey. It is definitely not overly sweet.
No, it's the right amount of sweetness, but it has the complexity of the whiskey. You can taste all the corns and the smoke of the whiskey, but then that maple does shine through.
It does. Again, as we look through those 8, now I will say if we've tried Figzilla, it would have been tough between Manticore and Figzilla because Figzilla was outstanding as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Figzilla was definitely hands down probably one of the best that we had from them. But what that means, we'll have to go back You know what? I'm gonna pose a second question for you guys. I want to see how many people think we should go back and compete in axe throwing.
Ooh.
And who do you think's going to win? Me or Chad? I think that would be the next question that we impose on this video. I know this is a 2 question, and we'll go back and we'll come back for Figzilla.
Absolutely. I think that'd be a great experience.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Mm.